You might have to close some shops up.
Slide it underneath, right into your DMs.
Where are you sliding?
Oh my God.
It's underneath the cord.
Oh, I see what's
Hello,
happening.
fellow young kids.
Yeah. How do you do, fellow young kids?
That's basically what he's doing over there.
I don't know. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Tangent Podcast, episode 147 for the week of July 9th, 2018. I am your host, Brian Thomas, alongside the politician, Brandon Cox.
What's happening?
Uncle Muscles himself, Peter Stone.
Good morning.
God Mike back there, Steven Sell.
Hello.
And we're the podcast for the site pixelatedpoints.com, where we talk about the games that we've been playing during the week in a little segment we like to call Under Your Thumb. We take a quick break and come right back to the drunken news. But first, a few housekeeping items. If we sound sluggish and look like a steaming pile of dog shit, that's because it's the day after the 4th of July, and we're all just, it's the morning after 4th of July. We're struggling right now, and that's okay. If you want to see our ugly mugs, you can watch us live over on twitch.tv/pxlpts, or you can watch the YouTube version of this later at youtube.com/pixelatedpoints. Actually, follow us on both.
Yep.
Do that for us, because we will not go quietly into the night. Do you understand?
Hopefully they do.
I mean, hopefully they do. What do we got on the agenda today? You know what? Fuck it.
Games.
I don't know who went last on Under Your Thumb. Steve did.
So you do know who went last.
I do know who went last. So I'm going to pick who goes first, and I'm just going to pick Pete. Pete's
Cool.
going to go first.
Pete.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry to throw you under the bus there, Pete.
Yeah.
Man, you sound so deep.
That's,
You're like Barry Manilow right now.
Oh man. So, what did I play?
yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider. I got
Excellent.
on a Steam deal.
Oh, yeah? How much was it?
I think it was like $30 for everything, the DLC.
Oh, like
included,
all
the whole package.
Shit and
I got
shebang,
the
huh?
whole package, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
splurged on it.
You got to get the whole package, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I'm having a great time with it. It's a lot of fun. Coming off God of War, it's like that same feeling, but now I can shoot things.
Yep, exploration, yep.
Yeah. Same like perspective. I just got. I think I'm. When I saved it last, it said 25%.
Oh,
complete.
shit. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're decently into it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's like, I love the whole open world concept.
And then, like, kind of being able to go back and forth.
Yeah.
And
I felt like an idiot when I started playing. 'Cause it starts off, you're doing ice climbing.
Steve, hit us with the
ice
hit us with the ice climbing video.
Ice climbers. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
And
We'll get this going.
So
It's perfect right where it needs to be.
yeah. So when you're playing, when you're climbing, and you have to make jumps from one point to another,
Yep.
you have to like hit a button to grab. Whereas in God of War, it was just an automatic animation. He would just grab on his own.
So like when
I
you're
jumped.
playing this, you have to jump and then time your like swing of your pickaxe to
Right.
get into the side of the wall here.
Yeah, I didn't grab, and I just felt like a fucking idiot.
No, hey, you know what? You learned the hard way. You learned it at the beginning, and
Yeah.
now moving forward, you know you have to press X or click the button. You're playing this on Steam, right?
Press
I'm
Y
on
to sprint.
PC, yeah, so
Press
it's,
Y to sprint.
Oh,
I gotta
X.
click
Oh.
E.
E.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing this on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
could plug in a controller to do with that, but it's when I have to shoot anything.
You're
in any
just so
game,
used to mouse,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, way superior.
Are you collecting all the idols beforehand or as you go?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
or do you
I'm
finish
total
the game and then do
completionist.
it?
I'm a completionist. I'm gonna do every
Okay.
fucking thing in this.
No, I'm saying, well, like, what order do you do it as you play, or do you just like play everything and then collect them?
I do it as I go.
Okay.
If I enter a new area and I just
You
I
wipe out
find
all the stuff.
Yeah,
I don't understand people that finish the game
Absolutely
and then
everything.
go back. It's just like,
Yeah.
what are you playing for? What are you doing?
I do that with certain things. So like in God of War, I was like, all right, there's a few things in God of War that I'm like, oh, right here, Pete.
Yeah, right
So-
there. I jumped and I just fell.
Dead,
Yeah.
right.
It's like,
Did they give you
oh,
the cool
fuck.
death animation?
Yeah, what
The best
happened
one.
to her? 'Cause-
Nothing. She just fell like a rag doll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
like
it was really underwhelming.
in previous Tomb Raiders, like the reboot, did you play the 2013 Tomb
Yeah.
Raider?
Yep.
So like there's very gory, like
Yeah.
graphic. She's like falling down a waterfall, and then like a spike goes
She
through
gets
her,
fucked up.
Yeah.
like the lower part of her jaw up through her head, and you're like, that was a little gross.
Yep.
But I can't remember if it's like gruesome deaths in this as well. Because I remember there would be like traps and stuff that you could fall into like a spike pit and you just look like a Mortal Kombat character. You know what I'm talking about? Where they just get knocked off the
You just
fucking
get uppercut, yeah.
uppercutted off the fight scene and then into the spike pit.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not the Laura I know.
Yeah, I've managed to avoid all those pits so far.
Good call.
Yeah.
I'm glad she has 2 axes now because I remember in the first one she only had 1.
Yeah, I mean, she's got shoulder strength for days.
Oh yeah.
Just hanging, just muscular up to all hell. Can you imagine trying to do that? I can't even.
No.
I can't climb upstairs.
I think the problem I would have is just so cold.
I mean, she's got. Look at that big woolly.
I know, but it's cold in the face. Your nose gets all cold, and then
You
like,
just
hit it
dripping.
and it hurts. God, yeah.
Anyways. So, Pete,
Yes.
did you play Resident Evil 4 at all?
No, I played 5 though.
Okay, so I guess that doesn't really help. You're completely fucking useless.
Yeah.
So in 4,
Sorry.
you can basically get to the end of the map, like as far as you can possibly go in the game. Then you can almost walk all the way back
Yeah.
to the beginning area. Now I know Rise of the Tomb Raider is, like I don't think you can get back to the snowy mountain here, but there's certain once you get to like the main area, you can explore the whole place. You can get to one area, move on to the next one, and then you can get to the final area and then walk almost all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I feel like games don't do that well anymore. Like, I think God of War did it really well, but most games now I feel like you can't really do that. Maybe I'm just... Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me back up. Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider back in 2015 did it really well. And then since then, we've gotten Horizon, Breath of the Wild, God of War, that are all kind of doing that, encouraging exploration. And I don't know, I just think maybe Tomb Raider kind of gave that more of a renaissance thing. Like, hey, let's bring that back. But that's one of the things that I always really enjoyed about Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I'm very excited for Shadow of the Tomb Raider that comes out in September.
Yeah.
That'd be a little warmer though, right? Because it'll be in like what Peru.
Well, I mean, did you play this game, Brandon?
I played halfway through it.
Okay, so the good news is you get off this ice mountain and it's not cold anymore, unless I'm missing
It's
that.
a little
Well, yeah,
cold.
it's-
but it's not.
It's
It's
not.
not
this,
freezing,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause
Which is cool. I do like ice. Like I think
Yeah.
Uncharted did the
That
ice
looked
thing
painful.
too in their second game, right?
Yeah, and two.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like climate wise it goes from like really like warm, like tropical, and then it goes like an
An ice place,
place, and
like a
then-
cold place.
Yeah.
And then it brings you back to where? A desert?
I guess so, yeah.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
Because 3 is in a desert, Lawrence of Arabia.
What about 4? What's 4?
4 is in Africa? 4 is in Africa, I want to say. I could be wrong, though. But anyways, anywho. Anything else on Rise of the Tomb Raider? Or, yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider piece?
No,
cliffhanger.
just killing it right now.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. What are you using for weapons? Because we got a lot of different weapons, right, in this
Yeah.
game? Because you're running around with a bow and arrow,
Yep.
but you also get like a assault rifle.
Yeah. So I've got an AK-47.
Yeah.
And a number of pistols. I think because I got all the DLC, it's given me like 5 options for handguns.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah,
a bunch
you,
of them. You can swap them out.
yeah, you don't really get that at the beginning of.
No.
Yeah, it's just more of like, okay, buy this gun, build it up.
You have the
Yeah.
dual pistols, right?
No, you don't have the dual pistols right now,
What a
right?
waste.
Nope.
All right, yeah.
You figure just like a little teaser.
I'm like John Wick walking around with this sweet ass handgun.
Or
I
throw
got
a-
in a Siberian mountain. Yeah.
Throw a T-Rex in there somewhere. It's like a secret level.
Oh my God, Brandon, go away.
You remember that one?
Yeah,
There's a Baba Yaga DLC. that-
Baba Yaga, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good old John Wick right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. I couldn't think of that for a sec.
Fair enough. All right, Pete. What's your favorite weapon, though?
I like the bow.
Yeah, I feel like they just do such a good job with the mechanics in it.
Yeah.
And it, if I'm not mistaken, it's also used for like tomb raiding, right?
Yeah.
And the little
you got, like,
mini
the rope one.
Yeah, the little mini puzzles.
Yep.
We can also choke dudes out too with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the Tomb Raider for the bow is kind of like Half-Life and the gravity gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
not.
your utility weapon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you play? Have you played any Zelda games?
Only the first, a long time
Like the
ago.
original one on the
Yeah.
NES? Okay.
Good pick. Good pick.
That's not, it's not, again, not
Not
going to be
applicable
helpful.
to this
Not going to be helpful at all.
Not Wind Waker?
No.
All right, you've played Wind Waker.
Yes. My favorite Zelda game.
Oh my god.
Don't let them deter you
Hey,
from
no.
the conversation
It still
here.
is.
I like Wind Waker, but I don't know if it should be the favorite.
Oh, it's definitely
It's
not.
just it's my personal favorite. It's, not the best. It's just it's just something I enjoy.
But you played Rise of the Tomb Raider a little bit. Did
Yeah.
you think that those tombs were reminiscent of just mini dungeons from Zelda? Like, I felt like they were bite-sized dungeons for Zelda. You don't remember, do you?
I didn't get that.
I could see it on your blank expression.
No, I didn't get that sense though. I do
No?
remember the tombs, and I'm thinking of the tombs from 1 because they were fairly similar from 1
Well,
to 2.
2 were a lot
I
grander
feel,
in
yeah,
scale.
the 2 were more elaborate, obviously. But no, I feel like Zelda ones are like cartoony. It's just like push this block and solve this puzzle, right?
Okay.
I feel like, I mean, I played Uncharted very briefly. I feel like it's more Uncharted dungeons because Uncharted didn't have so many dungeons as
Well,
places
that's-
you just kind of occupied, right?
Yeah.
So like go into a place, there's a bunch of dudes, and there's like, oh, there's like this chest I can get, right?
No.
In Tomb Raider specifically.
Oh, I thought you said in Uncharted.
Well, no, wasn't really any.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anywho.
My knowledge of Uncharted doesn't go that far,
Mhm.
but in terms of Tomb Raider, it's essentially a setup where there's just like
Guys
guys
shoot
with
them,
guns. You
open
kind
up
of
this
move
chest.
around, and then here's your reward at the end.
Yeah. I don't know. I disagree.
I guess in that sense, it is like Zelda, but
Anywho.
I don't know.
Cool.
Anything
Yep.
else?
No, that's it.
All right. Cool.
Yep.
Who are you gonna pick to go next? You-
Throwing it back at you because he threw it at me.
All right.
Nice.
So, really quick, briefly, I need to talk about Mario Tennis because your boy won an online tournament,
Oh, I think I saw that.
and it finally happened. I beat the bag out of a chain chomp in the finals. I got to the finals, this chain chomp, and I was like, oh, I really haven't played chain chomps. Like, I don't really know their strat, and I just fucking smoked him. I think he scored twice on me. So I won, and I haven't gone back because you go out on top. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Wait, did the chain chomp was a chain chomp with a tennis racket in his mouth?
That's exactly what it was,
That's
Brandon.
just clever design, man.
It's good stuff.
Wow.
Yep.
That's just.
So I
Great
beat
job.
him, and I have yet to go back. I feel like I'm done. I don't need to ever play Mario Tennis ever again.
Any of them? That's it.
I'm the
retiring.
I am the champ.
He's the ace. He's the.
I am the
All right, don't try to make an aces pun on the title, Cox.
I am the ace in the sleeve, and the ace up your hole.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Ace of spades.
And but yeah, I mean,
Good
I
tune.
I really did. I enjoy the game. I still haven't beaten the campaign. I just have no desire to
Doesn't
continue
sound like a champ
that.
to me.
Whoa, Steve, do you want to get
You
diddled?
want to get the bag beaten out of me?
you want to
Is that what
get
you're
an
saying?
ace in your hole, pal?
Oh, Jesus. This isn't golf.
Touche. Nice serve. Nice volley that we had back and forth there. But the real game that I am playing this week, and I'm just trying to, it's like one of those lull periods right now. There's not a whole lot going on. So I'm cleaning out the backlog, or at least I'm trying to.
Gross.
And playing Owlboy. So I got back into Owlboy. I'm playing it on my Switch. I played it on the PC for a little while. But yeah, Owlboy is fucking gorgeous. I can't say this enough about this game. It's probably visual, like it'll
This
never
looks like Golden Sun.
a little bit, yeah. I don't think this will ever look bad. I don't think it'll ever age poorly. For audio listeners, definitely go check it out. Go over to youtube.com/pixelatedpoints and watch our Let's Plays there. But it's just phenomenal. It's awesome. It's a Metroidvania-esque game, I would say, and you're just you're an owl, so you're flying around these floating island worlds, and twin stick shooter almost. So
Is this our Let's Play? Is this your
yeah,
Let's
this
Play?
is our Let's Play. Yeah.
Okay, on the video.
On the video
Nice.
version, we're watching my playthrough of the game. But you're you have a character, so you play as Owlboy or Otis, and he carries his friends, and each friend has a different gun and different like techniques. So Getty has like a pistol that shoots quick, or then you have like I forget the pirate that shoots a blunderbuss. It's like a shotgun. And then there's a spider character that you get that shoots quickly, but then also can like hook shot you to different places. So it's kind of a Metroidvania Zelda puzzle-esque game, and I'm having a blast with it. It is really, really good.
It's available on Xbox, right?
I think no.
I think I could have sworn I saw it.
I think it's on. I really think it's just PS4, PC, and Switch right now. But if it's on Xbox, I can tell you this. I've bought in this game twice. Both times for like $20. So
Not bad.
I would pick it up.
it's really.
I feel with I don't know. I feel like with these games,
Yep.
I feel like I liked it more on a handheld instead of like on the TV.
Okay.
In the sense that it's just I don't know, like because it has the text that comes up, right? It's kind of hard to read if you're far away.
It's
Maybe
actually not
maybe
that
it's
bad.
an age thing.
Maybe it is an age
You're
thing.
just-
Maybe you need some glasses. But Brandon, if you buy a Switch, you can play it on the Switch,
That's true. Yeah.
and then you could
I
play.
can play a lot of things.
You could borrow Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. You don't even have to buy them.
Here you go.
So
some Mario Aces. Get that chomp.
I would just destroy you. Any hoozle.
Such bad level design.
I don't know why I'm on this any hoozle kick. Steve, what happened?
That's usually me. Any hoozle.
Any hoozle.
Isn't it bad level design?
What is?
Have a giant chain thing and put a tennis racket in its mouth. Was it a big tennis racket?
Yeah, it's a pretty.
You really hung up on
yeah.
this whole
I'll
idea of a
think-
tennis
I'll
racket and a chain.
I'll show you off air.
I just think
What's the problem?
they could have just.
What part of this?
If I was a game designer and just say, I'm an amateur.
So
at it.
ignore all the other characters that are ridiculous.
Well,
Focus on
that's.
the chain.
I'm just.
This,
Think,
hold on, we got a fungus with a tennis racket.
Yep.
We've got a walking dinosaur
Yeah.
with a shell on his back.
Turtles.
Oh,
that can somehow play tennis.
alive ape. Live ape.
Ape.
well, no, he has a great backhand, man. He just.
No, yeah, well, I mean, he slaps for days.
No, but does it make more sense to have him eat the balls? So like trying to get around him.
Then how do you
Instead
play?
of-
He's a character.
He's a character. How does
I
he play
understand
tennis?
that.
No, but then how do you play tennis with somebody who stops the momentum of the game?
Well, not eats the balls, but like maybe eats the balls and spits them out. Instead of using a racket with
Phrasing.
his big head. I mean, he's a
Where's
ball with a chain on it.
where they go when he eats them?
You know what
He's
would have
one
been
big head.
You know what would have been better is if his chain was like a hand, and then he just used that for the racket.
Plus, do they use Bowser as the main bad guy?
Not in this game, no.
That's
You know, it makes a lot of sense for him to have the tennis racket in his mouth and then
I don't know.
just swing it.
It just
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't make video games. I just play them, Steve, and
Yeah.
I can tell you I have no problem with the chain chomp with the tennis racket in his
Glad to
mouth.
hear that.
I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, but
It sounds.
I-
Sounds like you might.
I'm highly disappointed. They could have went a different route with that.
Oh, why?
So Nintendo, if you're watching,
Yeah, they're not.
No.
And
they're
they're
not.
not listening to you.
So yeah, back to Owlboy for audio
let's get
listeners.
back
I'm
to-
sorry, but right now you can kind of see Otis is carrying around his buddy Getty. His Getty has a gun, so you're controlling that with the right trigger and the right analog stick. I'm imagining mouse and click for that, and you're just moving around with ASWD. Is that
Yeah.
ASWD?
Yeah.
Yep.
That would work.
Yeah, and so I mean, it is a lot. It's refreshing because it looks like a gorgeous PS2 game. Like, it's not pixelated, but it's. I don't really know what it is. It's almost hand drawn.
like Game Boy Advance or Game Boy, not Game Boy Color, that'd be too.
No, but it looks way better than any Game Boy Advance game does.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe
It's
I
just-
remember it looking better, the Game Boy Advance.
You definitely remember it looking better. But it's an indie game. It's been in development for like 10 years, and it finally came out like a year and a half ago or something. And it came out on the Switch and PS4 earlier this year. So now I'm just trying to get through my backlog. So I got this. I got a few other indie games that I want to get to. But Octopath Traveler, man, that shit's coming up hot. It's coming up next week, next Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm all in on it. I was gonna pass on it because
That was the one I liked. The RPG?
Yeah, the shoebox diorama looking one.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm all about it. Like the first demo,
You
I
gave
was
me a
like,
bunch of shit a week or two ago about it.
No,
You're
no,
like,
no.
oh, I don't.
I like it. I like it because the first demo I played like back last year when it first was announced, I was like, nah, this isn't for me. But then
Right.
the new demo came out like a week and a half ago, right around E3, and I played that, and I was like, oh shit, this is good.
Phil was shit on me.
It certainly was not I, sir.
So what do you got upcoming that you want to... You're obviously clearing the backlog because you have something else planned
Yeah,
coming up
Octopath Traveler.
besides that.
Nothing, because
That's
nothing
it?
else is coming out.
Well, Spider-Man.
Wow.
Spider-Man
It's
comes
like
out
a
in
crazy
September.
night trap
Yeah,
for the
that's
Switch is
that's coming
coming
up,
out
man.
hot and heavy soon.
Brandon,
We're already halfway through summer.
Brandon, we do this every week. I have to play some. I can't just play
Well,
Octopath Traveler every
obviously,
week
I
and
know
talk
that.
to our beautiful fans about the same thing 20 years in a row, 20 weeks in a row.
Well, you can. I can. Night Trap, guys.
Oh,
This
God.
Friday.
Are you
coming out
gonna
on
Are you
Switch.
gonna pick it up and play it?
I might have to.
No, what I'm saying is now that we're older... you know-
VHS cassette in the thing with all the gameplay footage on it. Can't wait.
Wonderful.
Now that we're older, we're going to get a lot of time to play other games, right?
Yeah.
So we get these big games that are coming out that we're like, we wait months and months to play them because we're really excited. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 for me. And I'm assuming Spider-Man, you're
Yeah.
definitely going to like...
I'm gonna play it,
play
but
the shit
Spider-Man
out of
is
it.
so far off my radar right now.
September, isn't it?
Yeah, it's September.
That's like 6 weeks away.
It's more than that.
7
It's a
weeks.
little
well,
over 8.
it comes out.
8.
I
Well,
think
September, late September.
10?
Right?
it's mid-September. It's like the 14th.
So you got
or
about
something
10
like
weeks.
that.
Don't ruin the summer, Brandon.
No, I believe me. I got it. I got
Take it
I mean,
slow, you know?
yeah, I'm really gonna play.
just saying.
I'm gonna play Octopath Traveler for a little while, and then continue out my backlog, and then
You're
'Cause-
harshing Brian's mellow over
yeah,
there.
you're fucking
Hey, I
toasting
don't-
my
I
mellow.
I don't
Why?
want summer to end either, but, you know, time is a fickle beast.
I want. Oh my god. Okay.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah, can we
I
move
get-
on? Any hoozle, guys.
Any hoozle, we're gonna move on, and I'm actually just gonna pick Cox.
Yeah.
Really? So I hopped back on Battlefield 1.
Why?
I follow this YouTube channel.
Pixelatedpoints.com. Of
That
course you
too.
do.
It's called The Great War. It's about it's essentially all about World War One, specifically because this is like it's getting into the 100th anniversary of the end of World War One.
Okay.
So this YouTube channel has been going on since 2014.
Okay.
So World War One started, and they've been doing obviously like a week.
So like a
Couple-
weekly thing of
Yeah.
like, hey, this was what happened 100 years ago today, this week.
Yeah.
Cool.
And other like different specials, and it's very well done for a YouTube channel. Like
Okay.
it's very professionally done. So I was thinking, I was like, I got to start watching again because
It's coming up on the end.
it's
of the
coming up
war.
at the end of November.
So now you're catching up on all the weeks
Catching
that
up,
you've
yeah.
missed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in March now. So
So-
I was like, you know what? Let's play a little Battlefield 1. I
Yep.
didn't get a chance to play the new DLC. So I've been playing that, which is Apocalypse. So they introduced, and this is actually one of the
Missions or
one of the
is it a
multiplayer
camp?
maps.
Oh, okay. It's a multiplayer map
Yeah,
that we're watching
this
right
is
now.
the Somme.
Over on youtube.com/pixelatedpoints or twitch.tv/pxlpts.
So, like the other
Nice.
DLCs, it's free with the season pass.
Okay.
And they 2 new maps and new guns. They've also the new maps are more aquatic.
I'm not gonna
featuring-
lie to you. This looks just like any other map in Battlefield. What makes this map
one's
different?
different. They put the Somme in this because the Somme is a big battle in World War One.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a little fan service. So yeah, there's a lot of trenches and stuff like that. And every map does seem similar, but has a variation in terms of.
Well, what I'm asking is, you
Yeah.
said it's more aquatic, right?
Well, this
What makes it aquatic?
not this particular level, but they've added 2 other levels, which are essentially just islands.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Gotcha.
there's
So
more-
it's not this map that we're
No.
watching here.
They put this map in there for a little bit of fan service.
Gotcha.
But the aquatic ones, so you have more focus on boats and amphibious landings and stuff like that, which
Okay.
you had a little bit in the previous maps, but this one, those maps are much more expansive in terms of that, which is cool. It adds a little bit more strategy. And on top of that, they're also really getting their fans pumped for Battlefield 5, which is coming out in October.
Oh, this guy just got tanked.
Yeah. Well, bad strategy. He's just sit and duck. Anyway, Battlefield 5. So in the week of July, if you get certain number of points,
Yep.
you get like skins and different sort of weapons for Battlefield 1 and 5
Oh, that's cool.
if you get the game. So,
I'm gonna
and
have to get back on
they've
this then.
Yeah.
and with Battlefield 1 they established a hub. So from Battlefield 1 you can play Battlefield 4 if you have it, Battlefield Hardline, and they put a new slot for Battlefield 5.
Okay.
Why it's called Battlefield 5, I have no idea. They should call it Battlefield 2. But like TWO, because there is already a Battlefield 2, but technically there's already a Battlefield 1.
Well, no, there's
just
just
called Battlefield,
well,
right?
well, here's the thing. Battlefield 1 is for World War One, the Great War. Now, if what are they doing World War II in this new one?
Yeah, Battlefield 5 will be World War 2.
Yeah, then it would have been smarter to just called it
Yeah.
Battlefield TWO.
It's like giving
or WW2.
a Chomp Chomp a tennis racket. Like, it's just,
Hey, you can't win them all.
you know,
am
like
I
they
right?
pay people for this, and they're like, what's the ideas, guys? How about Battlefield 2? No.
Let's do
f-
Battlefield 5
yeah,
instead.
5 because it's so similar to 4. Anyway, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm still gonna get.
Yeah,
my money.
you're gonna say shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
You're gonna shove that filthy money of yours into their mouths, into
Well-
EA's filthy fucking face, and
Well, because I was talking with Pete about this. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in, I would say, since Black Ops, right?
Yeah.
So
One?
when,
Black Ops 1.
yeah,
Okay,
So
so a while
what-
ago.
yeah, I played Battlefield 1943, and then I was sold because while Battlefield does have a steep learning curve,
Yeah.
once you get it, it's so tough to play
Anything else?
Call of Duty because it's just. I feel like Call of Duty is a lot simpler in terms of doing stuff.
Okay. I mean, I
getting
am
used to the
completely. I'm always very interested in people who actually enjoy playing online shooters like this. Like, it's very few and far between where I'm like, yeah, let's play a like Overwatch, and then before that, the last online multiplayer game I played was The Last of Us, which was surprisingly good. And before that, I couldn't even tell you.
Rocket League.
Yeah, but that's not a shooter.
Oh, we're talking shooters.
Yeah, I'm talking shooters.
Depends how good you are hitting the ball to the net.
Let me just tell you right now, I was decent at Rocket League.
I still play it, man. I still play it. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
I really enjoy the concept.
Splatoon.
Yeah, that can go away.
Who made
Not in Japan,
who made
it
Rocket
won't.
League?
Psionics.
Psionics? What
Psionics.
What are they doing recently?
Nothing. They continue to support Rocket League for free.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm not. I'm not.
No,
upset.
I'm just. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what they're doing.
I'm not upset.
And they basically were the ones that established crossplay between PS4 and
yeah.
they figured it out, and then everyone else was like, yeah, let's do that, and PlayStation is still like, nah,
No,
fuck you.
I don't want to spend money to get my fans. You buy this stuff.
Nailed it.
Speaking of buying stuff, I'm definitely gonna buy Battlefield 5.
Yeah, same.
So September and October is gonna be tough months because Red Dead Redemption 2, Battlefield 5,
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is September.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Is October.
Yeah, it's gonna
Spider-Man.
Well, he
Well,
doesn't have a
I guess
Oh, yeah,
PS4
Spider-Man.
because he's a nincompoop.
I'll
I
be playing
don't
that.
know.
Yep.
Yep.
I would love the shit out of that. Yeah.
Well, buy a PlayStation.
yeah.
You know what?
I did.
Yeah, I would say buy a PlayStation.
There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games coming up. I only got so much time for a little. I don't know what this guy's doing.
This looks like you and Gary.
Gary, yeah.
You and
This-
Gary. That's
Oh, I was so pissed off yesterday. I was playing, and someone threw a smoke grenade, and it's just like it was good strategy because it was an enemy combatant, and they threw a smoke grenade at the door, and I ran in like an idiot, and he just shot me from the other corner.
well.
So you got
So
baited.
it sounded like that worked. I don't know why it
Yeah.
was stupid.
Well, the reason I ran in was because you have to. No one's gonna expect you to be offensive, so you kind of have to surprise your opponent by blatant offense. I mean, it's a gamble, but you always want to,
Didn't pay out.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
problem, I think, the
Be
problem
aggressive.
people have with Battlefield is they stick to the same sort of strategies to achieve the same goal, get the most kills or the most points in terms of checkpoints.
Sure.
But I find that you kind of have to adapt your strategy, not
Gotta
only
switch it up.
to the level itself, but also to the other players.
Like what I did there.
Yeah.
Not too bad, Brendan.
But it's a
Not
lot of
too bad.
fun. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I might get back on this then.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
gonna
man.
get stuff for
You were
five,
telling me
then, yeah.
that one of them is free. It might be
Yeah.
the French one,
Yeah,
which
maybe.
is really good.
Pretty sure I got an email about that. Yeah.
The French one is good.
Check
Yeah.
your emails.
Fuck it, I'll just buy it all.
Escalate it.
Anyways, so Brendan, you don't have anything else, right? It's just Battlefield. I'm gonna kick it on over to God Mike. God Mike, I know you're playing a little bit of what is that the Digimon journey?
Digimon
Like
Evolution?
Minecraft Pokemon.
The mobile game?
Minecraft Pokemon.
Wait.
What is it called? It's actually Pokemon Quest. There we go. It's up on the
Wait,
screen here.
is this a mobile game?
It's a mobile game, and you can play it on Switch.
Oh, la-ti-da.
Yeah, I didn't play too much more of it.
I mean, you don't sound too hot on it, Steve. Like, what's the
I
deal?
want to give it a fair shake because I think it's.
I'll give you a fair shake.
Oh,
It's still interesting. My problem too with it is it's all like Pokemon Go in the sense of it eats the battery like fucking crazy. My phone burns up, so it's not something that I'd be like, oh, let me play 10 minutes of this and then lose half my battery for the day, and then I'm fucked. So they gotta start reining that shit in. I don't know.
You know what, Steve? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how one would do that. But I will say the game looks good. Like,
yes, visually it looks nice.
visually very appealing.
yeah. So the Google Play Store calls it a rambunctious expedition RPG featuring cube-shaped Pokemon. Outrageous fun.
Outrageous fun.
I just add
And
that.
it's like I said last week. It's not a typical Pokemon RPG. It's an on rails action RPG.
Yeah, so you're literally walking around, you grab a Pikachu or whatever your starter is, and then they automatically head towards the closest
Yep.
enemy Pokemon. You fight them.
You can make it even more on the rails because when they do find the Pokemon that's in the area and they fight it, you get to decide the attacks or the more powerful attacks. They'll automatically do just basic hits,
Quick attacks.
quick
if you will.
attacks. Yeah, but you can decide, if you got a Pikachu, I want to use the Thunderbolt or the Thunder Shock, and they do like one. Most Pokemon have two attacks. One's kind of you focus on a single enemy. The other one's more of like a group attack.
Okay.
You know.
Yep.
So, is this just the 150 or is this everybody?
As far as I know, it's 150. I think.
Because
I'm
seeing
actually
a lot
not
of
sure on that.
150.
Is this free on the Switch?
Should be free on every. Actually, I don't know if it's free on the Switch.
I'll
I
I'll
imagine it must be.
peruse the eShop.
Yeah.
See if I can get this going.
What was my point of the other one? But you can make it even more on rails by saying just auto. So not only do they find the Pokemon, you can just have them fight them completely and not have to they'll pick the.
Can you
correct attack.
capture other Pokemon or no?
How did I get them? I don't remember how I get them. I think it's
Pokeballs.
by you can't like throw
Pokeballs,
a Pokeball.
yeah, that's
What
it.
else are you saying over
I'm
there?
just saying historically that's what you do with Pokemon.
There's no thing where it's like a Pokeball. I think you just reach a level and then if you clear an area,
It's like, oh, you found a wild
or you,
Raticate.
now you
now
get
you
it,
have
now
it.
you get a
So you just
Raticate.
like killing Pokemon. You just go around like murdering Pokemon with your
That's
Pokemon.
you're fainting them. You're not
You're just
killing them.
leaving bodies of Pokemon just
You can kind of see it here in the video. I know the audio listeners can't, but
as your path.
then the attacks are timed, so you can't just spam.
Yeah, so you have a cooldown for each attack that you do. So Pikachu right now, what we're watching, audio listeners, is we're watching Pikachu find the closest Pokemon, which is a Rattata, and go over to it and then just kind of poke at it.
It's a
And
big
the
rat.
user then is using Thunder Shock, and then they have a cooldown rate. And right now they can use it again, and then they just do it, and then boom, kill the Rattata.
I don't know if I remember saying last week, but for the single enemy ones, you do have to watch where your Pokemon's faced because you can click it and it just goes the other way and it doesn't do shit.
So you got to be paying attention.
You got to be paying attention if you're using the power up. You
No.
don't know, even for the group one, because if you're not near it, it's usually like a little spin move. It just spins the area. And if your Pokemon's like further back, then it's.
What
gonna
about
do jack
leveling
shit.
them up? How does that work?
After every little battle, they get points or whatever.
Okay,
Or they
so-
get experience of some kind.
Do they like level up like traditional Pokemon?
Kind of.
Okay, and then their attacks
they'll
are
get
stronger.
everything
They get
gets-
more defense.
Yeah, stuff
When
like
you say
that.
traditional Pokemon, you mean like you have a Pikachu, and you should level it up, but you don't because the Pikachu's feelings. You don't want to.
Well, you always
You wanna
level it up. You never evolve it.
I mean, I'm sorry, evolve it.
Come on,
get
come
a
on,
sick
Cox.
ass.
If you're gonna try and throw shade, throw the correct
I'd just
amount.
catch
of-
him, yeah, 'cause he
throw-
deserves it.
He tried. Pikachu was like, "Get that shit out of here."
Oh, he's a bitch.
yeah,
Hey,
well,
Butterfree. No spoiler alert, but Butterfree. I don't need you. I got
Well,
plenty of the
that's
Pokemon.
100% a spoiler alert.
Char-
Charizard, go relax. You're my best Pokemon ever. Do what you want to do.
Hey.
He has a very laissez-faire training policy. You know?
All I'm saying is
Oh my God,
he was the best that ever was.
I don't see
I
it
don't know
yet.
what the fuck
I
you
don't see
just
it.
said.
This
He's just
32-year-old.
rambling. Someone shut him down. Can you stop
All right,
talking
hold
over
on,
there, buddy?
Brandon.
It looks like
Off.
like
I
a
thought you were just
dungeon
gonna-
crawl.
What's that?
Kind of
Does
looks
he have the
like
ability
a
to just turn off
dungeon
my mic?
crawl, like a Diablo. Type
Yeah.
Cut the
type
feed.
thing.
Cut the feed.
Shut the fuck up, Cox.
Yeah.
Talking to Pete over here. We're having a
Yeah.
real conversation. Yeah, it looks like it's got that feel. Like I said, it also looks like Minecraft.
Yeah.
So
Artistically,
I might get
yeah.
on the on this thing. You said it wastes your battery though.
my phone gets hot. Pretty hot.
What does that mean? Does anyone know?
It's physically warm.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it's-
know,
like,
but
it
like,
gets warm in your hand and
why
uncomfortable.
is that like a
You
bad?
get sweaty palms.
Because
the
it's-
CPUs,
this-
the
yeah.
it's gonna
Steve,
Shut
ahead.
the fuck up, Cox.
I'm
God
serious,
damn
no,
it. Why are
I'm-
you even on this episode?
I'm really,
dick.
I'm curious.
Oh my god.
I'm really curious because it happens on my
Who
phone
invited
too.
this guy?
the phone gets hot because it's using a lot of power.
I don't have the time to teach you basic technology skills, even though you work for what is essentially
I'm not a phone
technology
engineer. I'm not.
company.
I'm not a telephony
Hey.
engineer.
Yeah, but come on,
Hey,
Brian. You know.
This is why they won't promote him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
why
That's
you can't
wait,
get a
Pete,
better
did you
job.
not watch Pokemon as a kid?
I did.
Okay, so you know where I'm going with this.
You just weren't
Yes.
making good jokes, Cox.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I was making
You were
fun of a
rambling
fictional character
like a
who's a
like
piece
a
of shit, by the
senile
way.
old man.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my day, we used to catch 150 Pokemon, not 1,000.
So there's different
you should take
lands
it
in
easy
this
on the
that you go to that you then have to clear out. Kind of like, say Super Mario Brothers 3, where there's World 1-1, World 1-2, and
Yeah.
then an overall. You beat the overall world. You face the ultimate Pokemon from there.
Okay. Does anything ever change? Because it looks like we're in this like a Viridian Forest-esque area.
Yes, the next place I got to, do not remember what it is, but it is different.
So like sand.
Because you're going to go, because you go all over. There's like a world map.
As a desert plant, as a
So think of it kind of
Old
like
planet.
original Pokemon.
I gotcha.
It didn't really change. It doesn't change that much, but
It changes slightly.
well, the newer
you're gonna
ones
get
do.
you're gonna get to a gas town or
Yeah, Gas
ghost
Town.
town.
It's my favorite.
Ghost town. But all right, cool. I mean, it looks like a good time killer, I guess.
I'm not-
It's definitely not a Brian Shitter game because it doesn't look too involved. You
Correct.
know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not.
You're really not doing too much gameplay wise. Maybe like leveling this shit up and all these menu stuff that I'm not really paying attention to. Like
Yeah.
that seems a little too involved for taking a dump.
There's Power Stones. I think I mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
That you can use. That Charm said can attach. I know it's gone now.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
They
But
attach. So yeah, it's on the screen. You can kind of see different areas. It kind of changes a bit. I
gotcha.
don't know.
Okay, so
It's
darker forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I see. what's
It's
happening.
interesting what they're doing. I don't know. I'm probably only play a little bit more of it, and then if it doesn't
It's
doesn't hook me,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Steve. You're gonna play this for one more week
yeah, probably.
and uninstall it.
Yeah, seems accurate.
That's how I do that Magikarp game.
Yeah, the Magikarp jump.
Yeah.
Wow, that game was.
All right, I'm gonna stop us there. Thank you guys so much for watching Under Your Thumb. We're gonna take a quick break. Come right back with Drunken News, so stick around.
Oh yeah. Are you ready?
3.
2.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tangent Podcast and the Drunken News. This is episode 174 for the week of July 9th. We've got a few pieces of news here.
Oh wait, you gotta do the intro.
Oh, wait. Gotta do
Because
the
I
intro.
am good at 3 things:
God, I love
fighting, screwing, and reading the news.
It's kind of perfect. Audio listeners, I'm sorry, but you're missing out. Just
how it
go
is.
over to twitch.tv/pxlpts and watch us live, or go over to youtube.com/pixelatedpoints and watch that sweet, sweet intro for the Drunken News. First piece of item that we have here from Ars Technica, Sam Machokovich. Sorry, I completely butchered your name.
Malkovich.
I don't know if that's no.
Yep.
Twitch Prime, free game every day for the half of July, adds up to a ton. So go over there and check out the full article. But Amazon Prime Day is promoting a bunch of stuff, and with the acquisition of Twitch back in 2014, starting on July 3rd, so a couple days ago, and running for the next 2 weeks, there is a game every day that you can claim as a paying Amazon Prime user via Twitch Prime service. I think they're boasting right now the RPG Pillars of Eternia. You can also get Tacoma, Cube 2, Battle Chef Brigade, Urnok Unlimited, Metal Slug 3, Double Fine games such as Brutal Legend and Broken Age. These are all great games. So if you have Amazon Prime...
Been grabbing them all so
do.
far.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I
Good
always
call.
do.
I might want to pick up Tacoma.
It's good. It's good, you know.
Tacoma is really good.
I gotta light this fire.
Fulbright is amazing. They're the ones that did Gone Home.
You did a Let's Play of it.
Yeah, I haven't played any.
No,
of those
I played
games.
Adrift.
Oh,
Tacoma is
no,
different.
No. I'm thinking of what's that game with the ice and lighting a fire?
Kona.
Oh, Kona.
Kona.
Tacoma's the one in space, right?
You nailed it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna. I see that one. I'm gonna pick that up.
Yep. It's good. But if you are a Twitch Prime member, or if you're an Amazon Prime member, you have Twitch Prime, and
Yep.
that entitles you to all of these free games. You're also entitled to one subscription on Twitch every month that you have to give away, or Amazon just sits on your money.
Yep.
I would love to be that subscription, so feel free to subscribe to us and give us your money. Take that filthy fucking Amazon money,
Oh boy.
Jeff Bezos, whatever his name is,
Bezos.
and give it to us. Because guess what? We're poor as shit, and we do this every week. You know what he does?
Makes more money.
He shoves that $5 bill or that Twitch Prime membership, and he just flosses his toe jam with it. That's what he does with it.
Just like Wolf.
I could pay my rent.
Just like Wolf of Wall Street, just fucking throws it.
Yeah, just. Anyways,
You're painting quite the picture. Let's move on.
yeah, we're moving on.
Well, if you've seen the movie.
Next piece of news that we have comes from segmentnext.com. Sikander Mahmood writes, EA is now blaming Zelda for Mass Effect Andromeda's failure. Dev blatantly lied on camera.
Couldn't
So-
just be that the game sucked, but that's
Yeah,
let's go on.
sucked.
Yeah. So,
See what they have to say.
let's see.
Terrible.
There is an update to this, so I'll read that after the original story. Fun fact, according to EA, Mass Effect Andromeda's failure was The Legend of Zelda's doing. Yes, Breath of the Wild is the reason Andromeda failed to meet sales expectations and is highly criticized by the community and the media. One of the developers that worked on Mass Effect Andromeda, Mark Dara, recently spoke with Game Informer in the popular 123 Rapid Fire Question Series episode on Anthem. Excuse me. During the video, Mass Effect Andromeda came up when the host asked, quote, "Did Andromeda get a fair shot?" End quote. To the question, he responded by blaming 5 other RPG games that were released in the same window as Andromeda, and of course, he mentioned Zelda by name. I think it came out in a really, really busy window in March. Perhaps the busiest window in the history of gaming industry where 5 RPGs released in the same month. It came out as the same month as Zelda. He believes that those 5 other RPGs releasing in the same time frame meant Andromeda didn't get a fair shot. His statement is a blatant lie and a ridiculous excuse with no logic or sense. That's harsh.
That's pretty harsh.
First, no major RPG released in March 2017 other than The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And even still, that's more of an action-adventure game at first. The only other major games in that same month were Nier Automata and Ghost Recon Wildlands. But to be fair, Horizon Zero Dawn came out at the last
Yeah.
day of February. So that I feel like we should include Horizon in that, right?
Sure.
I feel like that's only fair.
I mean, if you want to give him anything.
I want to give him something. I want to, because this is a hit
Well,
piece.
to me, it's just a dog shit excuse.
Oh, it's a terrible excuse. All right, now I need to talk to you guys. Who played Mass Effect Andromeda?
I own it.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
I didn't finish it because it's shit.
I also didn't finish it.
I didn't finish
You
it.
know what? You know what? I think we talked about this on the podcast last year, but what really killed it was that demo that they released. Do you remember that? It was like 2 or 3 weeks before the game
Oh,
came
yeah.
out,
Oh, yeah.
and there was just the broken walks and
The
like
haunted faces.
the fucked up
just-
faces and stuff like that, and everyone was just like, "This game looks bad," and a lot of people canceled their pre-orders or didn't pick it up and didn't buy the game because of the that demo, and that's exactly the opposite of what you want to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to release a demo and get people excited about your game, kind of like Octopath Traveler did with me. I actually played the demo of Mass Effect Andromeda with Gary on the PC, and it wasn't all that good. But I will say this, though. Mass Effect Andromeda, I think a lot of people had expectations for what that game needed to be because of their previous entries in the franchise, which is fine. And those didn't meet that expectation, and there were issues on top of it with unlikable characters. So there was a lot of things going against it, but the gameplay of that,
Ryder.
well, yeah, Ryder was not good at all. But like the gameplay was fun. Like there was
Yeah, I
nothing
enjoyed it,
wrong
yeah.
with the shooting mechanics of Mass Effect. Like I did enjoy.
It was like a subpar Mass Effect game.
Yeah, it's almost as if a different studio. It's almost you know what? That's not fair either because I really enjoy Arkham Origins, the Batman game.
Yeah.
But you can kind of tell it's done by a different studio.
Yeah.
If a different studio made it and kind of like fucked it up a little bit. That's what I feel like
Yeah.
Andromeda was.
Yeah.
They killed the best character right in the beginning of the game, your father. He's
Oh, yeah.
Voiced by Clancy Brown. How are you going to kill Clancy Brown?
I feel like everybody kills Clancy Brown. He's like Sean
Yeah.
Bean.
It's like, what the
I don't
fuck?
But
I just feel like this is more EA bullshit.
what do you mean? I mean, it is.
Well, because
That's such a
well,
bullshit.
correct me if I'm
like-
wrong.
I always do.
They didn't own, when Mass Effect came out. They didn't own BioWare.
No, they did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did.
So really,
Corrected.
Corrected.
So there's no excuse. They don't even. First of all, why they even like? Because he was asked, right? That's why this came up.
To be fair, it's in a rapid fire question segment. So the interviewer was asking him a bunch of questions, probably about Anthem because that's the new game that they're pushing right now.
Which-
Yeah.
Brandon, I guarantee you buy that, and you and I play the shit out of that.
It feels like a Mass Effect clone.
No,
Just without character.
It looks like Borderlands meets Iron Man, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
I didn't like how
Yeah, but it's gonna have the substance though.
we'll see.
When you hit things, like there's a bunch
The-
of numbers popping up.
Not a fan of that.
Nah, I'm hoping you can just turn that off, though.
I don't think you can. Well, maybe you could. I don't know. That
or at
might
least
be an
reduce the
option.
size of it. It was fucking huge.
I don't remember it being that large. I'm also used to playing Borderlands where the
Oh, yeah.
fucking things are just like.
Yeah. It's a lot of flashing colors
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited. I kind of want to play as the Elementist
Yeah.
character, which is actually cool. It's kind of tangent here. Anthem, there's 4 different characters that you can choose from, and at any given point, if Pete is like, "Hey, I don't want to play the brute anymore. I want to play as the soldier," you can just change your mech.
I'll probably just play the Brute all the time anyway.
I kind of figure you'd be
Yeah.
Hulk busting
Yeah.
Iron Man. Yeah.
I like being the tank.
But on that point, not the Anthem point, the point previously, I feel like this always happens because it doesn't matter if EA fucks up because they own everything,
Sure.
right? They can just make a shitty game and it's like, oh, here's FIFA 2020.
Well-
Enjoy, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just don't think.
Oh, that's not good. Here's some
Another
more.
sports game. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like they're not hurting. So
No.
when they do have a dud like this, it's more of a hit to their blow. A
blow
blow to their reputation.
Yeah, there
Not
you
a
go.
hit to
Do they
their blow.
have a good reputation?
No, they don't, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Is anyone like, God, I'm so glad EA bought this company?
no,
And
but
really just
there should be more goodwill for their consumers, but also a lot of people forget like Madden sure comes out like their
Yeah.
sports games come out every year and they're amazing every year, and maybe they should just fucking stick to sports games because they botched Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
And now Mass Effect is all fucked up, and there's clearly something wrong with management over there.
Well, no, they just buy up I think we discussed this a while ago with a different news article. They buy up these companies and then just overhaul it, and then the companies, it's like a factory system.
No, I understand. That's
right?
what I'm saying.
And
like,
they just make this product, just make this product, just make this product. They turn a game like, I don't know, let's say, Mass Effect, right, which had good specs, and they just turn it into like just a byproduct, like a machine. Like it's almost like a sports game that you're going to release every year. Like
it's
Mass
a
Effect
shell.
1.
It's a shell of its previous self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've done that with tons of studios.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do cancel a bunch of studios, so.
Yeah.
That too. But also the studios they retain, it's just another tentacle, if you will, in this huge octopus that they've created.
So is it a machine or an octopus?
It's like a robotic octopus.
Excellent.
Okay.
Anyways, moving
Enough
on.
of that.
Wow.
Moving on, which I'm actually very excited about. So Robert Workman over on comicbook.com writes, rumor, Sunset Overdrive and Bloodborne sequels hinted on Amazon. So some new listings have appeared over at Amazon Italy, serving as placeholders for what could be announced games sometime in 2019. Along with both Bloodborne and Splinter Cell, another surprise sequel might just be creeping up on us. Sunset Overdrive 2, which would serve as a follow-up to the Xbox One cult hit. Neither Insomniac Games, previous creators of Sunset Overdrive, nor Microsoft mentioned this name or this title by name, but it has been a big hit again in its addition to the Xbox Game Pass service. You can see the listings over on Amazon Italy, which indicates that the game has a release date of December 2019. It's likely to change, though. But there's Bloodborne 2 showing December 19. It might even be a transition title to the PlayStation 5 if it ends up getting announced. And then there's a listing for Splinter Cell, Ubisoft's proposed return to the hit stealth action franchise. There may be another one pointing out to that both Xbox One and PS4. So Insomniac right now is working on Spider-Man for the PS4. So there's no way, I really doubt that there's any way that they're working on a Sunset Overdrive 2 right now. I could see them handing it off to a different studio. Though, that's brutal.
But you would love that though. You love that game. Yeah.
Did anyone else
THL.
here?
I own the game.
Did you play it?
I played a very small part of it, but
So you can absolutely see all of the influence in Spider-Man with all the traversal stuff
Oh, yeah.
from Sunset Overdrive. And I just think that game, you could get from one end of the map to the other without ever touching the ground,
which is good for Spider-Man.
which is great for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was actually encouraged in Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
Like you moved quicker and your combo multiplier got higher, and you did more damage if
Yeah.
you were bouncing off of cars, swinging on ropes, running along buildings, grinding along like telephone wires.
Now that you mentioned it, I
Lucio.
can see it because essentially Spider-Man could be going into a swing and then use his webbing.
Yeah.
And I feel
They learned a ton.
they started the market on that essentially.
I'm very excited. I would love a Sunset Overdrive too. Sunset Overdrive is actually the reason I bought an Xbox One because it's an exclusive to Xbox One, and that's one of the only exclusive I actually own for the Xbox. So
Now what about I don't think any of us played Bloodborne.
I don't give a shit. I think
Yeah. No.
hot take. I think the Souls Bloodborne series are the most overrated games in gaming right now. I just don't get it.
But
I-
there is a
Yeah.
fan base.
Quite
Oh,
hot
there's a
take.
huge fan base and
Yeah.
people love it. I just think it's overrated. I think the fact of the game being difficult just to be difficult is like a cool hipstery thing to do, and now it's like come to a point where people just love it just because it's slightly different. And
Yeah.
maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I'm out of touch, but that's just me.
I don't like how people compare so many other games
Oh,
to
it's the worst.
Dark Souls. Like,
Any-
it's like that.
any
Like-
difficult
like-
game.
Any
Any-
difficult
yeah, it's
game.
just like-
Oh,
Think of a
Cuphead
different
is the Dark
comparison?
Souls, but side scrolling. It's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not.
No, it does. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Not even close.
No.
Well, I mean, I think I could be wrong on this, but
As you always are.
yeah. I think people find games to not be as difficult. I think old school games were a lot more difficult,
Oh yeah, well definitely.
and the reason that there's an audience is people miss having to do something 26 times. Just like, oh, I'll get it hopefully on the 27th try. But there definitely is an audience, and I think people will be excited for a sequel.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. Don't get me wrong. Bloodborne 2 will sell gangbusters.
It's
and,
not a
and I don't wish anything but the best for that because more games for more people I'm all for.
Yeah.
But I just don't give a shit about Bloodborne.
Yeah, me neither.
Fair enough.
Steve, what is your take on the Souls franchise?
Souls seems difficult.
Would you say that it's the life equivalent? I don't know where I'm going with this.
I was
The life
curious.
equivalent.
Yeah. Next piece of news that we have comes from Nintendo Everything, and surprise, surprise, it's about Nintendo. New Nintendo president Furukawa is considering various possibilities for the 3DS successor. So first, Furukawa commented on Nintendo's objectives. He stated, quote, "In order to make smartphone games a pillar in our company's income, reaching at least 100 billion yen is a must." End quote. That's a lot of yen.
Does anyone know what the equivalent in dollars?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's see.
$2.
Is it $100 billion?
Seems about right.
Or is it 200
It's
billion?
not a 1-to-1 ratio, so
Yeah, it's not a 1-to-1. Anyways, concerning the Switch, Furukawa noted that the console is still selling well. Nintendo's goal is for everyone to have one. To reach that, Nintendo will pursue to continued creation of new and exciting software. At present, Nintendo products are sold in 60 countries and regions, and yet there is a desire to expand more into India and Southeast Asia. He weighs in on the 3DS as well, stating, quote, "Though it has been around much longer, the 3DS has certain advantages over the Switch, such as ease of purchase and the like," end quote. He also commented on a possible successor, saying that Nintendo is, quote, "considering various possibilities," end quote. However, the statement alone doesn't make it clear how serious the company is when it comes to exploring a new dedicated portable device that follows in the 3DS's footsteps. Me, I don't want another 3DS. I don't want another portable thing.
you're not getting 3DS. You're getting the successor to the 3DS.
Well, no,
Steve?
really the Switch, right?
I just want the Switch.
You just
The
want
Switch does what
I thought that was the dream.
3DS does. I mean, it's mobile and
3D Switch does what Nintendo. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No.
I know what you're saying. I'm familiar with it.
No, but yeah, why would they? I feel like it would just be, what would be in the hybrid? I mean, they already have.
No, be dedicated portable.
I know, but they
machine.
have the mobile and they have the sit down. I mean, I just feel like it. Just put all
The
your
sit down. What's the sit down? I'm not familiar with that
Well,
console.
you can
The home console.
the home console and taking it on the go, right? Why would you buy this other thing to just go on the go, right? Why not just? Why doesn't Nintendo just pour all their money into the Switch and like this is what we're doing now?
I think.
Why don't you give him a ring? Call.
Yeah,
Ask
give them a
him.
call.
Well, if they're watching, just so you guys know,
No, they're not watching.
They're definitely not watching.
you never know. You never know your audience.
But I just don't know why anyone would want a 3DS after owning a Switch. I just want all of the 3DS games, like the Luigi's Mansion remake. I don't even think I'd buy it. I would buy it if it was on the Switch.
Waluigi's Mansion.
Waluigi's
I'm
Mansion,
telling you,
give it
yeah.
to me. Give it to me in my fucking face.
We can't even get him in Smash, so
Oh, yeah. Well,
He just be
well,
jumping.
let's
sucking up
see.
Those ghosts.
but what I'm saying is, like, why not put all of those things on the Switch now that it's a known commodity? You know what I mean? Like, I understand why they were putting things on the 3DS. They needed to make a life if the Switch followed in the Wii U's footsteps. It just didn't sell well. So they were like, all right, well, we can fall back on the 3DS. And I get that. But now, you're going to tell me you can't port those 3DS games over to the Switch?
they probably
Do you-
can. I don't think they want to. They're
No.
just milking the rest of the 3D
And that's-
S life cycle, I
And
think.
that's
Yeah.
fine, Steve. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. It's just future moving
Oh,
forward.
yeah, going forward doesn't
If you're
make any
gonna
sense.
have
I
the
would say.
hybrid, right? Like, why have anything else? If you're gonna that Switch, focus on making the battery life better, and that's literally the only thing they need to
Yeah.
do. Maybe make it a little bit more beefy
Yeah. Sure.
with chips in the future, but you can make.
More ports.
Time
You
for
could
that.
just make a Switch. And then move forward. You can make like the Switch 2 or whatever, or the Super Switch.
I think
and
it might-
that's
It might be the idea that there's still a market segment for a cheap, easy to develop
But
platform.
they have their phones,
Potentially the phones, but
right?
they don't
That's
know
a
where
great-
that's gonna,
But again,
they're
if
playing
they're if
everything.
they're focusing on a $1 billion yen market
Oh,
in the
I-
mobile device,
I
maybe
agree.
that's where
Can
they.
someone really do the conversion on that?
You could do it on your
just
phone.
do it on your phone. You
Um,
fuck.
but
It's
that's
not
what
that
I'm
important.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could definitely do that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're getting away from our traditional handheld. We're gonna focus on the phone and the Switch.
Bet you it's
for the next
2.4 billion. Go on.
2.4
I don't know, I'm
billion.
just guessing.
That's
My
not a
guess.
bad guess.
No, it's not. Do you think Nintendo's just kind of worried that the Switch is not going to be as successful as they anticipate?
It's already more successful than they anticipated.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but
I
like-
just don't think that it's going to be as successful as the 3DS is. I mean, the 3DS.
But you know, like maybe they're worried like what happened with the Wii when it was like it was all right and then it fell off.
it's not even $1 billion.
What? Oh wow.
100
Oh,
billion. Oh,
Fucking corrected it.
yeah. Gosh darn it. Never mind. So yeah, they're looking
So
for
it's a little under a billion US dollars.
a little under
Oh.
$1 billion US dollars.
So I was kind of close. I went
That's-
over actually.
that's
If we
not
went
good
Price
for
is
the
Right rules.
we're
Bump,
fine.
ba-dum,
That's not good for the dollar.
Much not good for the dollar.
No, that is good for the dollar.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. It's the other way around.
Anyways,
Why you're a history
I
major.
would really
That's true, yeah.
rather
Economics is not my strong suit.
just Nintendo
Stay in
focus
your
on.
fucking
Yeah, focus on the
lane.
Switch.
all
Get those
in the-
GameCube virtual console out there, you know?
Yeah, that'd be great. Speaking of GameCube and Virtual Console and Smash Brothers and stuff. Oh, we weren't talking about Smash Brothers, but we are now. This is coming from Silicon Era. Alistair Wong reports Sakurai comments on Super Smash Brothers Ultimate development and the future. So it's a lengthy article, so go over there and give her a click and a full read. But I'm just going to kind of focus on the important aspects here. On the changes to the game's cores mechanics, first I thought whether I should design the game's mechanic as a new separate entry or as an extension of past entries, and as a result, you can tell it was the latter. Otherwise, the game's roster would probably be about the third of what it is now, which is great. So I think that this is more of like a 2 or like a 1.5 game. You know what I mean? It's not a port of the previous one, but they're using assets. With this game, I've sort of upped the tempo with an acceptable limit for those unfamiliar with the gameplay, of course. It's not that the number of inexperienced players has increased since the Wii game, nor was it simply because of 3DS's screen restricted movement visibility. One example of this tempo would be increasing the velocity of which players now fly off the screen. You'll still hear that familiar whoosh when you fly off the screen, but over time the overall time it takes has been decreased. Let's see. There's also I didn't increase the game's speed so much that it would make things seem manic. I think that's fair. So it's good to know that they're upping the speed or the tempo of the combat.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's bringing it back towards Melee a little bit more.
It'd be
Because
good
I feel
for-
like Melee was the height of the speed.
Speed.
Because
I don't
in
remember
Brawl,
Brawl,
they introduced tripping. So a
Which
lot
was
of people
dumb.
were just tripping for no reason. And then I felt Smash 4 was a little bit slower than what I would have liked. So I think it's probably going to be in between Melee and Brawl, Wii U.
It'd be good for the competitive players.
I think so too.
As long as there's no tripping. Fuck trip. Well, it wasn't tripping in the last one, but still.
Yeah.
That was
Tripping
a dumb
was
idea.
terrible. Let's see. He also goes on to say why now is the only time Smash Brothers can be made. I'm not going to really talk about that. It's
Because he's done after this.
Is
It
it just
won't be
yeah?
made
It's
now
just
because
him
this game.
just like, hey, get excited, guys.
It
really a
is.
thing.
It seems like he's kind of ramping up to retire or stop doing it. So he's like, now would be the time, or it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
On directing games outside of Smash Brothers, of course, there's always that little voice inside of me that says, I want to work on things that aren't Smash Bros. And I listen to it. But even so, it's apparent that my games have even a little bit of personality in them, and the player is able to appreciate that, then I'm grateful. Still, it's Nintendo that decides whether a new Smash Brothers game will be made or not, and when I get that request, it's my job to make it my top priority without thinking too much about other things. As it stands, I have a ludicrous amount of directing to do. My work is incredibly extensive, and I don't think that will change anytime soon. At the very least, it isn't unreasonable to say that there won't be another Smash Brothers for a while after this one is finished. Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out on December 7th of this year.
Oh, that's not
Give
good.
the guy a fucking break.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
good.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
he's
pro
been
hobby.
working on Smash Bros. And the only other game he's really worked on was Kirby's Air Ride, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I mean, give him something new to do. I'd love to see his take. Like, could you imagine him moving to Metroid Prime? Right? Like, what happens there?
Why would we need to do that? It's coming out in November.
Yes, Steve, you were right. Let's move on. Last pieces of news that we have are all about Bethesda. So Todd Howard of Bethesda says that when Fallout 5 comes around, it will be a return to the former single-player format of the mainline Fallout games. And this is from Segment Next. Hunter Mish writes this, so go over there and check that out. This comes only a few weeks after the reveal of Fallout 76 multiplayer gameplay style and a new idea for the Fallout franchise. Quote, I think we'll continue to develop on those games as a single-player title. That's what our focus will be on. So,
But Fallout 5 probably isn't coming out until like 2024.
yeah. But I think what's more important about this is
Wishful thinking.
hey, we are still concerned about single player games and we're going to make them, but Fallout 76 is something that we're trying out.
Was that ever in question though?
think
I guess when they
so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I want to say like 2 years ago, they were like, we're focused on single player games. The single player campaign is not dead. It's not all about multiplayer stuff. And then they revealed Fallout 76 and people were like, wait, like what's happening here? Like why are you changing this?
Well, yeah, but they also got Elder Scrolls
6?
6. Thank you.
Yep.
Coming out between. I'm assuming it's going to be Fallout 76 and then
Starfield. And then which is a single player game.
Yeah, but that should be coming out what, next year?
Starfield? No. So I can see Starfield being released in 2020.
So really, Fallout 5 is probably
You're looking Fallout. So
2026.
Yeah, you're looking at
Because
Fallout 76 this year,
Yeah.
Starfield probably 2020, and then Elder Scrolls 6 2022 or so, and then Fallout 4 or Fallout 5 2024, give or take.
God, that's a long time away.
Yeah, it's a long, long time. Next piece of news that we have comes from
You gonna play it?
Fallout 76.
No, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, yeah. Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, I'll play.
Yeah,
it.
but you'll be like 57 or something.
I mean, in what 8 years?
That's 8 years. Yeah.
I'll be 37. Fuck.
Let's not talk about that.
Fuck.
Anyways, next piece of news that we have comes from Christopher Livingston over at PCGamer.com. Fallout 76 will have fast travel, and players under the level 5 can't die in PvP, which I think is great because then that allows players to kind of gather their bearings, figure out what the fuck they're doing, and then move on. I'm definitely not going to play Fallout 76. I don't really care too much about the Fallout franchise, but I think that this is a cool departure from the norm, and I'm all about that. I'm all about experimenting. You know what I'm saying, Brandon? You know what I'm talking about? Give it to me. Give it to me.
I guess talk. I might pick it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not big on my list. But if I'm feeling
That itch.
that Fallout vibe,
Sure.
I'll
Pete, are you a Fallout guy?
I did play the fuck out of 4. But PC, you just mod everything
Yeah,
and
of
then just
course.
screw around.
Yeah.
But
With like multiplayer, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, right?
I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Modding, I'm pretty sure, is out the window for this one. But I'm gonna keep an eye on this game. I don't know if I'll pick it up yet or not.
At like launch, but maybe
Yeah,
later
like down
on.
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I just think it's really smart for them to allow level 5 players to be in the world, gather their bearings, and then once you hit level 6 or something like that or whatever it is, it's hey, now welcome to Fallout 76. Here, like this, you can die out here. You can lose some of your shit or your gold or whatever it is, your bottle caps,
Bottle caps. Yeah.
and then go from there.
But how does that work?
How's what work?
Administer immortal level 5 just shooting like people who are like level 100? You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't die,
Yeah.
what's the alternative? Or do you die but you get to keep your stuff?
You know,
It'll probably be instanced. They won't be in this. Like,
yeah, it'll be a different.
Sub 5 won't be visible to.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So they'll be in a different server or something like
I
that.
feel you, dog.
probably.
I feel you.
You hear me barking? Last piece of news that we have is about Skyrim on the Switch, and this is coming from Patrick Kirk over at Game Rant. Skyrim on Switch likely won't get any mod support. Part of the fun of Skyrim is modding it to fix the issues and add new features or make the game downright silly. Oh, yeah!
Yeah, that's my favorite mod, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
Excuse me. One editions of Skyrim fans were able to enjoy was on the PC. However, it seems that luxury will not be making its way to the Nintendo Switch anytime soon, as Bethesda is not currently developing mod support for the Switch edition of the popular fantasy game. According to an interview with Eurogamer at GameLab, Todd Howard confirmed that mod support for Skyrim on Switch is not currently in development at Bethesda Studios. Quote, right now, we're doing nothing. People...
Good to know.
It's good.
People, they're on other things. Our Switch group did Fallout Shelter, and that's done really well. I'm surprised at how well it's done.
We're putting up maps.
That's a basic sidestep of no, you're not getting any fucking Fallout or Skyrim mods from us.
Well, it makes sense if they get all this other Fallout stuff and they're working on Elder Scrolls. Who cares about Skyrim anymore?
Just play Skyrim on Alexa and you're fine. Yeah?
I have played it.
How is it?
It's like a choose your own adventure with Alexa. So it's like Alexa's just like, I'm like, Alexa, play Skyrim. And she's like, you're in the woods and you encounter a wolf.
What
do you want to strike, run away, do a potion? And then you tell her to strike, and then it tells you the damage. And then do you want to strike again? And it tells you like, oh, you get to this level.
You know what you're doing? You're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Or yeah.
I just,
That's what I
Sex
do.
adventure.
it is, and it's so bizarre. I don't know who at Bethesda was like, guys, I want Alexa today. You know what we should do? We should put Skyrim on it.
Probably that's exactly what happened.
I feel
It's on everything.
I feel like Skyrim is just everywhere.
Is that gonna get mods?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's a Macho Man dragon coming. What do you want to do?
Scream, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's I played it for like half an hour and it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. It's fair enough. But I think that's going to be it for the Drunken News, and that's going to be it for another great episode of this Tangent Podcast. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw and like what you see, and why wouldn't you, please go over to twitch.tv/pxlpts and hit that like, follow button, and subscribe to us on YouTube as well, over on youtube.com/pixelatedpoints. If you guys want to know what we're doing during the week, the best place to do that is Twitter, and we're at PXLPTS and at Tangent_podcast. For myself, I am at It's a Me BT. Brandon, you are?
BCOX 1776. Very fitting for this holiday.
Very fitting for this holiday, Brandon. Very nice. Pete?
At Stonemass.
Ooh, look at that. Listen to that. 6 years.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A little Barry Manilow.
God Mike back there, what do we got for you?
At Steven_Sal.
And if you guys want to leave us a review, we would really appreciate that. Any podcast catcher, mostly iTunes, but any podcast catcher. Leave us a comment below if you don't like Cox's face or if you hate my sweet Independence Day shirt.
Yeah.
Put an emoji over Brandon. I can do that.
Poop one.
But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next week.
On the tangent.
Steve, get us out of here. Get us with